Welcome to episode 4. In this video, we're going to jump into product sourcing, right? I feel like over the last 3 episodes, you guys have heard the intro where I talked about the goals and ambitions I have when it comes to this business. You've heard me talk about and break down the different types of softwares that there is and softwares that I use for my business. But now, more importantly, what's the most important thing, in my opinion at least, is the product sourcing portion. In this episode, I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys how I use the Keep a Product Finder tab to not only find products, but then I branch from that point and go off into storefront stalking to find additional products. I'm also going to be showing you guys the setup that I have when it comes to my Excel spreadsheet and how I effectively track the products that I potentially find, and then how I dictate via Keepa, the quantity I should test by, price points as far as the maximum buy cost, and then when I'm going to basically assume that I'm going to be selling that product for via Keepa, and all the things above, right? So let's jump right into it. But before I jump into the video, I definitely want to sit here and say I truly appreciate all of the support I've been getting over the last month. I've happened to meet a lot of different people from all over the US and even UK. A lot of you guys have been rooting for the success of my store, rooting for the success of my YouTube channel, man, and I truly appreciate that. I've gotten several DMs on Instagram regarding questions. A lot of you guys are just in my same shoes, looking to build your store, asking questions about Keepa, asking questions about online arbitrage, about eBay, and things like that, man. And I want to just say, keep them coming. I'm definitely here, like I said, to network and help as many people as I can along the way. So I want to just make sure I got that out the way and say I truly appreciate you guys. But outside of that, let's get right into the video. All right, so here you guys see I have my Keepa spreadsheet pulled up. My Excel spreadsheet pulled up. I just keep a basic Excel spreadsheet in my Google Drive. You guys can see the information I have here that basically make sure I get every time I find a potential buy item. So you're gonna see the date, of course, the date I sourced it, product name, ASIN, category, URL, max buy cost, target sales price, eBay link, the profit, ROI, max amount to buy, color, size, and notes, right? This is the baseline foundation of what I use just to keep track of everything, honestly. You guys can see at the bottom I have different things such as brands and login info and things like that. But this is the baseline foundation of what I use when it comes to keeping track of the products that I find, right? But let's jump right into it. So right here I have the Keep a Product Finder tab, Product Finder tab pulled up, and I kind of tell you guys my thought process when it comes to this. When I'm looking for an item to buy, obviously you guys know my name is Charles, of course. I sell used items via Amazon FBA. But when I'm selling used, I'm typically looking for higher price point items. I want to find higher price point items that might not sell as fast as a top 0.5% item, but still typically sell a good amount a month. From that point, and even sometimes it might be fast movers, it doesn't matter, but I want to make sure I find items that sell typically over the price point of 75 or 100 bucks. And then from that point, I want to just kind of branch off into eBay to see if I can find it for a cheaper price point. And then from that point, I branch off to storefront stalking, right? Because if I find one seller that sells the same item that I'm going to find, typically that means he's selling or she's selling other profitable items. So let's get right into it. So this is how I'll use this, right? So up front, what I'll do is I'll look at the sales rank, and typically I only sell electronics. I love the electronics category. Of course, I have other items and other categories, but initially up front, I love the electronics category. So I typically know the sales rank a little bit. I'm going to be looking for a sales rank from about, let's say, 70,000 to roughly, let's say, 125,000. That's the sales rank I'm looking for. Then I'll scroll down and put that root category to electronics, because that is what I'm looking for when it comes to the item type. You can still see we have about 100,000 items right now. So then what I'll do is I'll scroll here to the used section. I want to make sure that current used, for the sake of this video, let's say that current used is, let's say 80 bucks. I think that's a good price point. But we still have 5,000. Wow. Okay. And this is a lot, but I think we still can get this thing done. Let's take a look. let's try to do 100. Let's see if we can find something for 100. Just to, just to make sure you guys are getting the best bang. Still 5,000. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to dumb this down a little bit more. I'm going to make sure that there is at least 3 sellers on the listing, no private label products, and at least 2 sellers selling it used, right? So you got 726 products, which is perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So now we're gonna let that load up, and we're gonna just kind of go ahead and start seeing if we can find items, right? Of course, I've been doing this for a little bit, so I can just kind of glance and see what I can and can't sell. I'm typically good at just being able to scroll through and see what I can and can't sell. So, for example, my store is gated in a lot of the big brand items. So Dell, Canon, things of that nature. I might be able to sell Canon, but definitely Dell. I know I cannot sell Dell currently, right? Fujifilm. I know I can. I think Microsoft, right? So I'm going to be scrolling past a lot of this. I'm just going to keep looking, and the first thing that's going to catch my eye, I'll click. But a lot of these you can see it's like computers and laptops. I'm not getting into that. That's not what I sell. So I'm going to keep glancing by, and we go to the next page. I see. What's this? I see Garmin, but I see Jabra. What is this? Let's take a look at this Jabra. Evolve 2 75 PC. Let's take a look and see what this is. 51 sale a day, 50 monthly sales. Amazon is on the listing. As you guys know, I do not care if Amazon's on the listing because I sell used. So I'm not worried about that. As we can see, there is some movement when it comes to this used offer count, right? So you can see a sale there, right? Yep, that sale there. Typically that looks like it's sold for $240 used. We got another sale here potentially. That's for sure potentially a sale. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll take a look at this item. I'll go here to the data tab. And I'm clicking on offers. I want to see, I'm going to put this as used. And I want to see 5 has sold in the last month. It was Amazon warehouse at $293.58. Wow. Used like new, $293.58. And you can see right now that, of course, that is not it right now, 209, but that's very good. So we might be, let's take a look. Let's say 293.58. I want to see something. 293. We have to buy it for 188 max. Let's see what this eBay, this link is telling us. No, nothing right there. So what I'll do is put Java Evolve 2. Let's see if anything pops up. That's a 75 right there. 30 results. And of course, I want to make sure this is US only. 22 results. And you can see a lot of these are brand new. Brand new. Do we have any used? We got 2 used with 21 brand new. And also what I'm gonna be doing, guys, is once I find these items, once I track them in my Excel spreadsheet, and once I buy them, I will be giving you an update. If that item sells, I will be showing you, telling you guys what sold. This item has been For the sake of this one, I kind of don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna move on, man. I don't really like that one. Samsung, Lenovo, LG. A lot of these are big name brand items. So we are not going to do that. Let's keep going. Dell, HP, Yamaha, Click. GoPro, HP, Garmin. I wonder if I'm gated in Garmin. I keep seeing Garmin a lot. I don't know if I'm gated in Olympus. I want to keep going. I know I can sell Sony. I tried selling Linksys before, but with transparency codes, and I stay away from Linksys. So if anybody else sees this video, of course, that might be a good lead. I think I tried to sell this one before, like a long time ago. I had a huge debacle with that, with transparency codes, and so I stay away from Linksys as well. Like I kind of understood, what items, based on my previous experience a long time ago, I can understand what I should and shouldn't be selling. What's this? URC MX890 remote control. What? 15 monthly sales. Let's look at this data. Offers 53 in the last month. 54. Has any of these been used though? I don't see any used sales. Wow. This is something that I'd be interested in trying to sell though. Let me see. Look at this. And 376. Let's say we can get this for, man, 376, 197. What if I can get it for, what if I can sell this for, all of these are not prime. So no prime, no prime, no prime. 269 is prime. 300. What if I can get this for about 220? 220. 137. Like I like this one right here. Comes with all the, comes in the original box. What is that? MX890, URC MX890, MX890. I like this. I like that one. Pre-owned, here's one right here. This is one that I would look at and potentially buy. Here is something that I would potentially look to see over this price. I see that these are dips in this used seller offer count, right? So I see that, but I'm not seeing any data on this chart that's backing a used sale. Right there, 197. If I prime this, I might be able to get it for a little bit more. My goal is to be to sell this at 220-ish, 137, and I think this one fits that right there. I got two of them right here. So here's a potential item I would test buy. So here's what I would do. Here, I'll add this to my, and if you guys don't know, I'll show you guys what you see on my screen, so that way you guys can see my setup. Here, I have a Jungle Scout Chrome extension. So this is kind of telling me different things about this item. So it tells me the sales rank, it tells me the estimated monthly sales, the revenue on this listing as a whole. Then of course I have Seller Amp that's going to go ahead and calculate based on the ROI that I'm looking for. It's going to tell me my max buy cost and things of that nature. And then of course I have Keepa. Those are the main three things I use. Jungle Scout, you don't need this. This is from 2018 when I first found out about Amazon, and I didn't know that much about it. But Seller Amp, I would definitely recommend, and Keepa. These are the only two things that I definitely make sure I use, right? So that sales price $220, max cost $137. So what I'll do is put that ace in here, and I'll put that I sourced this on 1/8/2023. And for the product name, we'll go ahead and add that. And I'll show you guys the exact way I go about doing everything, so that way you will see. Well, this is the first item I I will potentially buy. I like the idea of this one. That max buy cost is showing me $220. Target, I'm sorry, no. 137.65 is my target sales price is only $220. I don't really need an eBay link because I can't really put that. I might delete this. I don't need an eBay link as long as I have that delete. Potential profit will show if I was to buy this for that. 48.18 with a 35% ROI. I like that. 48.18, 35% ROI. No, this one is going to be percentage. 35. On this one, I would test buy. The maximum I would test buy is 1 to 2. That's a maximum I would test buy. Perfect. And this is exactly how I set everything up, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. So from this point, what I'll typically do is if I just found an item that I see that's potentially profitable, I would then go here, right? And I'll look at who's selling this prime. Of course, so you got two ways of doing this. First, if you want to storefront stalk and see other potentially good sellers, that you can go stalk their stores and see if you can find additional items. There's two ways of doing it. First, you can go here, and press filter and then press by prime, and we can see there's only one prime seller, right? It's a new guy, so I can't do that. Or you can go here to the data tab, go to that offers tab, and you can see who's selling at FBA. And of course, right now it's all new sellers, so it really wouldn't do me any good to do this. I don't see any. I see one used very good seller, which is not on the listing anymore. This is very old, but I can go here, click at storefront, Keepa would then load a storefront. And all I do is go to the storefront, and then I just keep going down the list. And of course, I can look right here and see that this seller doesn't really have anything that's worth looking at. But that's how you can do that. And let's see if we can find it on another item. But here's the first item that I potentially like. I will test a test buy. I would place a test buy on this one just to see where we are. And as you can see, hold on, compare similar items. Let's take a look at this. I see a couple different. What's this one? 650. That's renewed. Hold on, I see a lot of different. Hold on. You never want to. One thing I've learned, I never look at the renewed listings. That's just what I've heard. But I see that this thing is doing pretty good. But what I do is Logitech Harmony 665. So what I'll do. Let's see what we can find. I don't want to sell that renewed one, but I'll look at this one, discontinued by manufacturer, 208 monthly sales. That don't look too bad. That don't look too bad at all. $69.99. Come on. God. Data. What's that used market looking like? 23. But 13th to the 20th for 69.99. That's crazy though. I would look at this. Who is this that's doing that? Who has that used buy box? I'm curious. Tracktown Treasures. Let me see something. 69.99 is used good. No bad. Okay. I think I can sell this for a little bit more if I can find a better condition, because that's used good. If I can find a very good, you can see right here, like new is at 114. It sold 9 of them last month. Even used good. Let me see. Used good. Let me take a look at something. 114, 124. So what I would do here, boom. First of all, let me just make sure I'm getting the correct keyword in here. Right, and then I'll go ahead and filter this. US only. And then, what would I sell this for? I go off the data. This one I might have to hold for a little bit if that's saying 69.99. But based off this data, what I would do to just kind of see what's the right potential price point to sell this item at, I would add these two up. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe other people do things differently. Of course, here's a sale here in January at the end of December, and then let's take a look. So 114.95 plus 124.97. Divide that by 2. 119.99 is probably what I'll try to sell that for. Max buy cost is 70, 24 bucks in profit. That's what I'll look for. So that max buy cost tells me $70. I'll go here, put max at 70, show me those results. 26 results. So then I go here and just try to look at the best listings. This has 4 hours left. For 36 plus shit. Okay. 46.85, which is not bad at all. If I buy that for 46.85, that's a good profit right there. I'm gonna buy that one. I probably will buy this one. Let me look at the condition. And as you guys can see, I probably have 1, 2, 3 items that I'll test buy. Let me see. I like the ones that come with this cord. That's probably the best bang for my buck with the cord. Okay. Out of these, I like the one I clicked. I like this one. This is the best one. 5 bids. So right now, let me take a look. The listing. It doesn't say it's not working. Okay. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna try to find one more item before I let you guys go. I don't want to make this video too long, so let's go back to square one. So you guys seen me find an item. I just scroll down. I try to see if I can storefront stock. No good sellers there. I came down here to compare with similar items, and I just happened to find this one. The reason this one caught my eye is because it had so many reviews, which lets me know that it was gonna sell. It sells pretty fast. And if I had to guess, as you can see, if we add up, even if we look up here at 208 monthly sales. If I look at that new and used category and I include that, we see 100, basically 100 sales last month. I go off this. So if it sold 100 times last month, that's not bad, right? And I would guess that the used market gets between 8 and 10%, which is probably correct, of those monthly sales. And that's kind of how I landed on this one. But let's go back to square one and see if we can find another item that makes sense for us. Task cam, I don't know what that is, but I could have clicked that, but I want to keep going and see if we can find something else. I see a lot of Dell, ThinkPad, Polk Audio, Rockville, no. No. What's this one? Toshiba. I like this one. Toshiba. DVR 620. What is that? But see, it says discontinued. Is that? Let me see. Excuse me. I see one that's renewed. But then look at this one. It's 2,000 reviews. That's not bad. 2,000 reviews. 18 monthly sales, which is not bad. Then I go hit the data tab. Of course, offer. I do the same thing every time. Five, let's say include 11 over the last 30 days. What is this used market looking like? Very good. So for 353. Wow. He sold 3 of these and then 353. No, I couldn't. Let me see. 323. 353. So I think he sold. Boom. What was that? December 25th. 349, 323. And very good. Let's see what we can find. Because I see a used good at 118. Let's see what we can find. I'll press that eBay tab. And it'll populate. So sometimes when they can't put the UPC, a lot of times you guys see me take the keyword and put it in versus letting it populate. That's because sometimes that UPC, like we just saw, doesn't pull over. So what I'll do is type in Toshiba. Boom. So what I'll do is put US only. Now it depends on when we're going to sell this for. It's 115 results. Me, very good. Hopefully I can find I like these 2 price points. 3 sold here in the last 30 days for 353, but then you got one that sold here for 189. Both same condition. Neither one of these was prime. Let me see. What sold? Nothing has sold prime. There's no prime sellers on this listing. This is crazy. So you can see this 11 that is sold. Nobody was prime or FBA, which lets me know that I could potentially hike my price point up a little bit. Let's take a look. So 353. So what I'll do is take these 3, and this is, of course, it's e-commerce. You have to test the market. If anybody has a comment for me as far as how I can deem what I should be selling it for a little bit better than the way I do it, please reach out to me and let me know. But what I do is 353. I'm just gonna take these 3 and get an average, and that's the price point I'm gonna try to look for because this is very good and acceptable. 353, 189.9. Plus 169.9. We're gonna divide that by 3. So 237.63 is what I might look to sell this for. Boom. Max cost is 147.66. Let's see. If I go here, let's put 148 just to be safe. 67 results, right? But with remote inbox. I like this one right here. Here we go. Working with combo with remote inbox. Perfect. And if I bought this potentially 200, I think I can definitely get this. That's a win. Let me just take a look at another one. Test it. This is 145 plus. This one will work. So I always try to look for the ones that has remotes. Here's one, mint condition, 6 days left or best offer. This one will work. right? So then the last step to this puzzle, as you guys can see, it's just repetitive. It's just repetition at this point, right? But what I would do is I would go through here, all of these sellers. Let me see. I don't think any of them are selling prime, right? Two options, right? They are selling at prime. I would then go to this storefront and literally just look and see every item they have and keep doing the same thing over and over, right? I want to add this item to our spreadsheet because I think this is going to be a good buy. Where'd it go? No, is this the wrong? Oh, okay, this is the right listing. Okay. I would add this and then I would storefront stock the remaining sellers and keep going, right? But let's go ahead here, paste product name, Toshiba DVR 620. There's still electronics. Here's the, and of course, guys, I can't show you guys every single item I buy. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But I think you guys just seen a good idea of the 3 items that I'm definitely going to test buy. I will be buying one of each of these items that we just found, so that way you guys can see the actual idea. If I buy these now, it'll probably go in my shipment towards the end of the month. So I will be expecting a sale potentially at the end of the month or going into February. I will update you guys on this because I will be making sure I buy one of each. Let me log this really quick. My max buy cost, if I want to buy this one, was $147.66. My target sales price was going to be $237.63. If I do that, that profit is, let me take a look, $51.69, which is not bad. $51.69. That will put my ROI at 35.01. I would test. So and this is how I do it, guys. So you guys can see today we found 2 items that I will be buying. I don't want to make this video extremely long, so this is why I'm cutting it a little bit short. But we just found 2 potential items to buy, and then from this point, I would just branch off into storefront stocking. I'll go down here, see who's selling it in the used market, and go from there. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, man, please reach out. I definitely want to make sure, I think, so far in my analogy, in my experience from me selling on Amazon, the way I deem to see what price points I'm going to be selling my items at, I would take a look and see how many, like for example, as we've seen, a used very good item sold about 4 times from 2 or 3 different sellers. I would add all 3 of those up, divide it by 3, get that average, and now that's my price point I'm going to be testing that used market at. And of course, once that item checks in, my repricer is going to click in and take care of that for me, get that price point, and then also based on my criteria with my repricer, it'll then fluctuate that price based on FBA sales and things like that to make sure I'm getting the best bang for my buck. But I hope today was very successful, man. We found 2 to 3 potential items that I'm definitely going to buy, one of each, so that way I can update you guys. If you have any more questions, man, feel free to email. Feel free to email me. That was a blooper right there. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, man. My Instagram will pop up right now, and of course it's going to be popping up throughout the video. Shoot me any questions you have if you want to get a response quicker, or feel free to leave a comment here on YouTube, man. But that's how I use the keyword product finder tab to find my first few products, and we will be buying those. And of course I'm gonna keep going and sourcing some more products, but for the sake of this video, that is how I do it, and those are the exact steps I take. I will be having another video coming out later on of a part 2 series where we find some more items, man. So definitely stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon.